Hello everyone, I'm Nini FC and this is Blue Lions TV, and today I'm finally bringing you guys the Leon Bailey video that you have all been waiting for. But you know what the deal is. Before I get straight into the video, smash that like button, help me get more than 1,000 likes for today's video, and make sure you press the bell notification button as well to stay tuned to all things Blue Lions TV. Now you guys, I do want to apologize for not releasing this video yesterday. Again, it's taken me a long time to make this video, but the major reason as to why I never released it yesterday was the fact that the bell notification just wasn't working on YouTube. I released a video, a match review for France's game. No one got notifications. I never got an email stating that the video had been notified to people. And I didn't want to risk releasing it yesterday because it's taken me a lot of time to make this video. But I appreciate everyone for smashing that like button. I got more than 2,000 likes, the most I've ever gotten for a video. But you guys, before you watch today's video, I just want you to think about, what do you take out from news that you listen to? Too often I get too many messages on social media from people talking about that they want something positive from a video. And of course I can't provide that. And I think with mentalities like that, you're basically setting yourself up for failure. With how I present these videos, it always comes from an objective place. I like to paint a clear picture. I want to give you guys the full picture so you can make your own conclusions, because I take a lot of time in making sure that everything is detailed. Remember, football isn't a black and white industry. Still, getting straight into the video. Now this video is going to be broken down into Leon Bailey, Craig Butler, and the Phoenix Academy. Starting with Leon Bailey first, just to let you guys know, the news I am disclosing has been told to me a month ago. I did get this news on the 20th of May, but you haven't heard this news from anywhere else. And why didn't I release it before? Well, I've been busy with other videos plus work as well. You know that I've been alluding to Leon Bailey news, and a lot of people have been asking for this video, so this video is for you guys. Still, I can tell you guys, and this is from my sources, remember it's an exclusive vid, that Craig has made it clear that Bailey isn't going to be signing for Bayern Munich. Bailey hasn't put in a transfer request just yet, and the reason for that is that Bailey would miss out on a £1 million bonus based on his fidelity package. I can tell you that Man City have been in contact with Leon Bailey, but Leon wants assurances that he is going to get first team football and that he doesn't have to compete with Sterling or Leroy Sané. I have been told that our budget for Leon Bailey is £50 million. We don't want to go over that, and this is why Bayer Leverkusen leaked out that Bayern Munich had made contact with Leon Bailey. And the reason for that was because they want to try and create a bidding war. They want to pressure more clubs to start trying to talk to Leon Bailey to try and increase his market value. I've been told to let you guys know that this transfer will take a very long time. Don't expect it to be potentially finalized until right at the end of the transfer window. I've already told you one reason. That's so Leon Bailey can get his £1 million bonus from Bayer Leverkusen. And throughout this video, I'm going to be explaining to you the complexities behind this deal and why when it comes to signing players in general, it's never a straightforward matter. Now, the transfer price for Leon Bailey isn't the only issue when it comes to securing his services. And this moves me on to my next part in regards to Craig Butler. Now, with Craig Butler, you guys that don't know who he is Leon Bailey's adoptive father, and I'm going to give you a quick debriefing on previous news I have released around December, January. As I mentioned in that previous video back then, as I said, Craig is Leon's adopted father. His real son is called Kyle Butler, who is playing in Malta for St Andrews, which Craig Butler is the president of. Back in the winter transfer window, Chelsea did inquire about Leon Bailey and they did make a bid. It was turned down by them. Of course, they were already talking beforehand. Craig Butler wants to bring in his son to Chelsea, plus he wants there to be a relationship between his academy, Phoenix Academy, and Chelsea Football Club. In that previous video too, I did tell you guys that Craig Butler wants to bring Kyle Butler to Chelsea. He wants Chelsea to sign him and make him part of the loan army. Still, as I made that point earlier about Craig Butler being the president of St Andrews in Malta, Craig Butler manages 9 players. 6 out of the 9 players he does manage do play for St Andrews in Malta. Now with Craig Butler, he's a very, very business orientated man, very hungry and very astute. He has very high ambitions in everything he does, and he wants assurances from Chelsea that Kyle Butler will be part of the move. And it's not the first time Chelsea have done deals similar to that, of course, with the Masunda brothers, with the De Silva brothers, and with the Hazard brothers as well. As I said, the plan from the club would be to loan him out make him part of the loan army. Of course, he wouldn't get a great loan club because he isn't a great player necessarily. I've been told that Kyle Butler doesn't want a return to Belgium, but I was told that Chelsea would not mind funding his entire contracts at the club, but he would just be joining different loan teams. So for example, if he was given a 4-year contract, Chelsea would pay for him for the next 4 years, but they would be sending him out on loan. Still, you guys, the demands that Butler wants. He wants Kyle Butler to be on a nice wage. As I keep stressing, he wants there to be a contract with Chelsea and Phoenix Sport Management, which is his company, and of course, Phoenix Academy does fall under that. But here's the thing, Chelsea are willing to accept a lot to get this deal done, but there are some things that they just can't do. It's a bit too much, and I'm going to be talking about that right now. So what's Chelsea's main issues? Well, for one, Kyle Butler is an issue. I've been told, and reports have stated as well, that he can be pretty difficult to work with. Give you guys some context, Kyle Butler was actually sacked from one of his previous clubs for his attendance being poor, being very difficult to work with, not training very well at all. And this is an issue for Chelsea because it makes it harder for them when it comes to telling clubs why they need to take Kyle Butler on loan. And the other issue that Chelsea do have is in regards to the Phoenix Academy. Now, talking about Phoenix Academy, and I have been told that it does seem to be a bit sketchy and a bit dubious. And I have been told that Phoenix Academy is more of a moneymaker than actually being an academy for young Jamaican players to have a chance of obviously pursuing their football and their careers in football. Now, with Craig Butler being a fantastic businessman, he has been able to bring in a lot of investment for Phoenix Academy. Now, just to be safe on my part, and to not sensationalize anything, I don't know what plans are currently being worked on in regards to Phoenix Academy. And what I mean by that is, I don't know what Craig Butler is working on right now. There could be plans right now to develop things at the academy. And of course, I don't know how much money it costs to run an academy as well. But all I can say is, currently, it is kind of looking like, where is all of this investment going into? Because you clearly can't see it with the academy. For one thing, there's no training ground at the complex. There's no professional facilities at the complex as well. And it does look very run down. But I'm going to be getting back to the academy pretty shortly in this video. Getting back to Craig, he isn't a real football agent. He doesn't have a license. But of course, Chelsea make the exception. But when it comes down to the legalities of a potential deal, that's going to be pushed by Tony. And who is Tony, you might be thinking? He is the half-brother of Antonio Rudiger, and he was an ex-Bundesliga player. Currently, he's the managing director of his own player agency company. One of the first deals that he did complete that actually got him into the agency side of football was securing Rudiger's move away from Dortmund. But anyway, Tony would act as the consultant for the deal. He would get a small cut from it, but the majority would go to Craig Butler. But getting back to Craig, I was actually told that Bayer Leverkusen actually pay a percentage to Craig for scouting reports in Jamaica. But currently, he hasn't actually provided anything back to Bayer Leverkusen. Of course, I have no proof to this. It's purely coming from what I've been told by my source. But on top of that, other investments that he's been able to get for Phoenix Academy is one from Doyen Group and from Knight. And there was the new one with KFC as well. Now, who are Doyen Group? Because this is a massive one. Now, some of you astute footballing guys will know, wow, Doyen Group, that's pretty massive. For those of you that don't know who Doyen Group is, I'm going to keep it very brief for the sake of this video. I mean, they're massive. They own so many players, including Falcao, Mangala, half of Porto, etc, etc, etc. I could go on. Plus, they also own the image rights of Neymar, Usain Bolt, Beckham, and so many big sporting stars. Now, how exactly do Doyen Group work? Well, what they do is they lend money to professional clubs when it comes to signing players. The clubs then have 3 years to repay back their debt to Doyen. They can either repay it back or they look to sell the player on to help repay their debt. And this is why you tend to see so many players in Portugal leave for massive bids. The reason why their price is so high is because most of them do come from third parties. Now, due to this agreement that Phoenix Academy has with Doyen, my source took an educated guess and stated that Doyen probably have some of the image rights to Leon Bailey, which does make sense. And of course, let's say being Jamaican too, it could make things easier when it comes to taxes and legalities. And is it really crazy to think? Of course, Leon Bailey just secured a new sponsorship with KFC for 2 years. He is going to be the brand ambassador for 2 years. On top of that, they will be working with the Phoenix Academy as well when it comes to merchandise. So again, he has a habit normally of whatever he secures for Leon Bailey, he has to get a bit for the Academy as well. But why is Craig asking for so much? Well, it does make some type of sense. Remember, if Leon Bailey does sign for us, he will be signing on a long year contract. Now, if you look at his time at Bayer Leverkusen, it was clear that that club was used as a stepping stone, meaning that you don't have to put so many demands to the club, but signing for a club like Chelsea could potentially mean that you're going to be there for a very long time. So of course, you'll look to try and get the most profitable deal. Is that a bad thing? Well, there's a ton of money in the footballing industry. As we've seen with the Sarri situation, it's always going to be a case of a good deal over morals. So is Craig Butler really doing anything wrong? Still, you might be thinking, how long is this deal going to take? I can tell you that Leon Bailey does like Chelsea and he would definitely be open to joining Chelsea. But as I said at the start of this video, this deal will take a long time. Don't forget that he does want to get his 1 million bonus from Bayer Leverkusen first. Leon Bailey isn't at the World Cup, so there is no rush in this deal at all. Now here are some of the demands that Craig Butler has proposed to Chelsea. 1, he would accept donations to the Phoenix Academy. He wants a nice 5-figure salary for his son, Kyle Butler. He also wants Leon Bailey to be on very high wages as well. Now, when it comes to Bayer Leverkusen, they want 70 million. But as I said, we're only willing to do up to £50 million. Do we have a chance of getting Bayer Leverkusen to reduce their valuation on Leon Bailey down by 20 million? Well, yeah, of course, we do have a possibility of doing that. It's quite a common negotiation tactic. All Leon Bailey has to do is not join them on pre-season, make it very difficult, and of course take control of the situation, meaning that it would have to force Bayer Leverkusen to reduce their valuation, especially if there aren't going to be many clubs interested in Leon Bailey as well. It's not a bad thing if Leon Bailey does that, it's just a standard procedure in football. It's a negotiation tactic, it's what you have to do. Now, I have been told of some hypotheticals in which Chelsea could obviously get Bayer Leverkusen to reduce the fee by 20 million. Of course, one is offering a player out on loan or a player as part of the deal. And I've been told that playing the long game as well is only going to put more pressure on Bayer Leverkusen. Again, you guys, I hope that you've taken a lot from this video. It has taken me a while to produce and get all the right information. It has taken me a while to produce. As I said, Craig Butler is an amazing businessman. And in a way, he's only doing what's best for his family to get the best possible deals. It happens all the time in football, so he isn't any different from anyone else. But again, in regards to Phoenix Academy, as I've been told, it's looking like it's a bit of a scam in a way. A lot of investment from companies such as Nike, Doyen Group, of course Bayer Leverkusen paying a fee, investment from KFC as well recently. But just how much of that investment money is going back into the academy? As I said, I don't know the future plans of the academy, of course. There clearly hasn't been much money invested into the academy. I'm not seeing much development when it comes to training pitches, for example. And of course, let's not forget the perspective of all the young players that are joining the academy, hoping that that's going to boost their chances of becoming professional football players. Again, I hope that there are going to be future plans with the academy. I'm hoping it's not going to be a legal way for them to get more money when it comes to making deals. But as I keep saying, there clearly isn't much investment in the academy. But anyway, you guys, that's going to end today's video. You know what to do. Smash that like button, help me get more than 1,000 likes for today's video. Press the bell notification button as well to stay tuned to all things Blue Lions TV. Remember, you guys, remember to always check my channel daily. I'm always uploading videos every single day. Sometimes with YouTube, it just doesn't do what it's supposed to do and send out those notifications when new video releases do come out. So make sure you do your due diligence. But I hope you guys enjoyed. In the comment section below, give me your thoughts and opinions on what you took from this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Nini FC. This is Blue Lions TV. Signing out.